Hey everybody, and welcome back to SCDC Presents Flea Market Gardening. And today I want to talk to you about composting. Now, composting is a kind of a iffy subject to people because a lot of people get too intimidated and too scared to compost, so they don't even know where to begin, so they just don't. But let me tell you why you want to compost. Compost is basically just broken down matter that you can use to plant things in. If you don't have money to buy plant food or or mulch or fertilizer, compost is your next best thing. Compost is simply broken down leaves, grass clippings, eggshells. You can put coffee, any kind of green leafy vegetables. You don't want to throw chicken bones and cheese and rice and stuff out here, but you can definitely throw leftover corn, greens, beans, any kind of vegetables, lettuces, no milk products, but you can't use eggs, like I say, coffee. You want to just crumble that up in your pile. And this has been cooking for a while. And what I just did was I had some, if you see my last video, we pulled up our first set of carrots ever. And we had a lot that were just unedible. So what we did was we cut them up and we put them on top of our compost bin. And our compost pile is just leaves and cardboard and grass clippings that we've raked up and we've just allowed to stay in a shaded kind of cool place. And basically we're going to wait for the worms to break this down until it's able to be used in the garden. And the only thing you have to do is just find a spot, start putting leftover scraps of lettuce and whole salad mixes and whatever you have available. You just dump that out in a pile, and you want to come out every few days. I did this a few days ago, but I'm just doing it now to mix this these carrots in. But you just want to take, and it sticks and all kind of stuff, but it doesn't matter because it's all going to break down. And basically up under here is a plethora of worms and good bacteria and food and nitrogen and all kind of good stuff your garden loves and needs. Just mix that in real good. Bugs all out here. And what you don't know is a lot of this stuff you can get for free if you happen to ride. Like I live on my ride home. There's mosquitoes back here. On my ride home, there's a retirement community, and the people who cut the grass, they just dump the grass clippings outside of the complex. So I'll roll up with my trash bags with my gloves on, and I'll get me 2 bags of free greens that I can bring and put in my compost pile. I have a lot of trees around my house, so I get plenty of brown. Plenty of brown. And don't worry about how much the ratio is to this to that. Just make sure you got a basic even amount of both, and it'll cook just fine. And once you start seeing worms in your compost, that's how you know it's all the way done. The compost pile will heat up, and that'll kill off a lot of eggs and larvae that may be hiding around in the dirt, and that might, cause problems in your garden. But you don't want to use this pile right here. Won't be used anytime soon. Probably maybe at the end of winter I may move some of this out to the pool, but it's nowhere near ready. And what I do is you want to make sure it stays wet. We just got a rain a few days ago, but I'll come out here and pour some of my get a bucket of this rainwater. Get a bucket of rainwater and just pour the water on it. Make sure that it stays moist because earthworms need moisture like that to live. They like cool, moist areas. So I got this old cardboard that's breaking down. Take this cardboard it on top of there. It looks like a mess, but this is what it is. And I just put the cardboard on top to keep the moisture in. That came off when I was moving it. Let's pull that back up in there like that. And I'm doing this with one hand, guys, so you know it's kind of hard. But that's my compost pile. Just some cardboard on top, and up under there, that good material is going to break down. It's going to give me lots of worms, which is what I need to make sure my garden flourishes. And if you look at the bottom of this is really good. It's already breaking down really good. See? And that's what you need right there. That's some good stuff right there. There's a lot of bacteria and nutrients down in there. And that'll help you out with your garden. And I'm sure if I keep looking, I'll definitely find an earthworm or two. So that's what you want, guys. And so like I said, don't be afraid. This is just, even if you buy peat moss, right? Peat moss doesn't have any kind of, this is my other pile right here. Peat moss does not have any kind of live, active anything in it. You know, it's basically just a good soil medium. There we go. And yes, I collect rainwater everywhere. And you just pour that on top of that and just keep it moist. And worms absolutely love cardboard. So they'll eat that cardboard. They'll eat everything. And the cardboard is just going to break down to nothing. I didn't pull that tape off there, but I'll get that off later. But this is going to break down. It's going to feed a lot of worms. And those worms are going to breed some worms. And those are going to breed some worms. And I'm getting them all. So you better do the same thing. This is free worm compost. Worm casts to add to your garden. No matter what kind of soil you grow in, if you start with something like this, there's no way you can go wrong unless you like just, I don't know. But this will definitely help, because there's a lot of things you could do to go wrong. But this will definitely help feed your soil. You're not going to use this anytime soon, but you should just get started and add to the pile and build it up. So I hope this was helpful. Like I said, don't worry about ratios or none of that. Just get started. Find you a spot where the grass might not grow, because if you start a compost pile on top of a spot where grass grows, it's going to kill it. So, because it's going to block out all the sun and everything. So find a spot that's kind of sandy, that's off, where you don't need it, and start emptying your vegetables, your grass clippings, your leaves, pile them up and let them break down, and use that stuff and save the environment, save yourself, and provide yourself with some great healthy plants. Thanks, guys, for listening. If you like my video, please like and subscribe to my channel. I'd like to thank my sponsor, SCDC Entertainment, and you guys have a great day. Bye.